Royal and humble greetings to each and every one. King Hintsa kaKhawuta of the Xhosa nation was shot dead by British colonialists while trying to escape captivity. His ears were cut off, other parts removed, and head kept as a trophy. But who is this great rebellious king? And how did all this happen? King Hintsa kaKhawuta, also known as the Great King Hintsa, was the king of the Xhosa Kingdom, founded by his great ancestor, King Chawe. He ruled the Xhosa Kingdom during its peak in 1820 until his death in 1835. His land stretched from Mbabashe River to Ixelexwa, which is known as Khamtus River. King Hintsa was the son of kaKhawuta kaGcaleka. His father was the eldest son of Gcaleka kaPhalo. His mother, Nobutho, was the daughter of Chachu, who was the father of Xoba. King Hintsa is the 9th descendant of King Chawe and is also the direct descendant of Malangane. King Hintsa had 4 known sons: Sakheli kaHintsa from his first wife Nomsa kaGambushe Shezi, and Ncapayi kaHintsa, Manxiwa kaHintsa, and Lindinyura kaHintsa. Hintsa became king in 1804 and was crowned in 1820 after taking over from his uncle Nqoko kaGcaleka, who was regent king. Hintsa is often compared to his great ancestor Chawe kaNgosiyamntu. Hintsa led one of the most powerful kingdoms in southern Africa at the time, and would eventually come into war with the British Empire and colonial expansion in southern Africa for a period of 100 years over the generations. The Xhosa Kingdom is led by 2 houses: the Gcaleka House, which is the ruling house, and the Kgakgabe House, which is the second senior house. Tributary states during King Hintsa's time were Abathembu under King Ngubengcuka, Amampondo under King Faku, Amabomvana under King Gambushe, Amabhaca under King Madzikane, Amampondomise under King Matiwane. Although Xhosa by ethnicity, Amampondo and Abathembu were autonomous tributary states to the Kingdom of Xhosa. In his reign as king, he had 11 sub-chieftaincies, and the Xhosa Kingdom was in conflict with the Cape Colony. The Xhosa nation was also under pressure from civil wars between chiefs and invasion by refugee tribes from the Mfecane. The most popular war is the 6th Frontier War in 1834 till 1836 between the Xhosa and the British. Some historians call it the Hintsa War. The war broke out when a Cape government commando party patrolled land near the Cat River, which was occupied by Kgakgabe Prince Maqoma. These patrols increased a bitterness that Maqoma and Charlie had after they'd been forcibly removed by the Cape government from the Tjume Valley in 1833. On the 21st of December 1834, large force of some 10,000 Kgakgabe men led by Maqoma and Charlie swept into the Cape Colony, devastated the country between Ventersburg and the sea. Hintsa offered moral support to the prince but never sent any army to assist them. After fighting for several months, the British troops, led by Sir Harry Smith and Sir Benjamin Durban, realized that their campaign had gone on for too long and will make them unpopular with the authorities in Britain. To bolster their attack, they requested that King Hintsa must attack the Kgakgabe prince. In early February 1835, King Hintsa offered 1,000 men, but as weeks went on, it became clear that Hintsa was not willing to betray the Kgakgabe prince. Sir Durban used this as an excuse to declare war on Hintsa. However, Hintsa opted to talk things through with the British. On April 14, 1835, British Governor Sir Benjamin Durban confronted King Hintsa with a large army. Durban insisted that Hintsa was the leader of the entire Xhosa nation and held him responsible for initial attacks on the Cape Colony and for taking back cattle that was initially stolen from the Xhosa people. Durban dictated the following terms to King Hintsa: that all the country from the Cape's Praria frontier, the Kiskamahook River, as far as the Great K River, as British territory under Queen Adelaide Province, and its inhabitants declared British subjects, and all the cattle initially claimed from the Xhosa people to be returned to the Cape Colony, and the cattle were estimated to be around 50,000. It was when they captured King Hintsa's son, the Prince Sakhile, his brother Bohu, and his brother's son Maphasa, that King Hintsa was compelled to go negotiate with Lord Durban and Sir Harry Smith, who had his family on ransom. On his arrival, they immediately demanded that he sign and agree to their terms, but he did not accept that, but instead decided to mislead them. On their way to the British camp, they had the king on a horseback and guarded by British soldiers. After making a few remarks, he took off with the horse he was riding. Sir Harry Smith shot at him but missed and ordered George Southey to chase after the king. Southey took a shot and hit the king on the leg, whereupon he was pushed off the horse, but the king quickly got up. Southey continued shooting at the king, and the king, who was about to cross Abache River, where he was slowed down by the river water and was eventually shot in the head by George Southey. Southey immediately took off the king's bronze ornaments. Others took his royal beads, while some cut off his ears. There was a doctor among them who started to pluck out the king's teeth. They savagely mutilated the king's dead body and left it on the bushveld for wild animals, and was found by his subjects who kept it for burial. Until to date, the king's head has not been returned. King Hintsa kaKhawuta is one of Africa's greatest kings who fought for land and his people. Some people may ask themselves, who is Sir Durban? Sir Benjamin Durban was a British general and colonial administrator who is best known for his frontier policy when he was governor in the Cape Colony. It's who the city of Durban in KwaZulu-Natal is named after, when he was rewarded for defeating the Xhosa people after years of war and resistance. Who is Sir Harry Smith? Sir Harry Smith was an English soldier and a military commander in the British Army, a veteran in the Napoleon War, and the husband of Lady Smith. And George Southey, who was the lieutenant in the British Army, and the brother to Sir Richard Southey, a British colonial administrator, cabinet minister, and the member of the House of Assembly in Grahamstown. This was the life and reign of King Hintsa kaKhawuta. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Until the next one, thank you for watching.